construction is happening. So today's garden project is to break up these pots that we've got our ficus in. We've got one here. They're already half broken anyhow. And then we've got one around the side, so I'll let John continue with that. Another healthier looking specimen on the side there. And we have some new pots which are bigger. So you can see by comparison with the one in the background there, that's the next size up. So we've got 3 of those, 3 saucers, and we're going to pot them up. We've got some potting mix. Potting mix over here. We also bought some little coir peat bricks, and I've got 2 of those at the moment. I'm not sure how big they're going to get. I've got them over here in some water. They'll be expanding, and just mix that in with some potting mix as well. They help to improve the water holding ability and add a bit of just extra bulk and soil structure. Well, that's according to the label, it says that. And it's supposed to be a water saver as well. So John's already gone inside, so I'm not sure whether that tool's not adequate enough for what he's trying to do. So we'll see how it's going. He's managed to get through the top part, and I think there's a bit of a difficulty getting through that thicker bit. So the top part was quite brittle. And you can see how root bound these are. Roots growing all over the top. And they're not looking in very good shape either. Look at the roots on that one. They're really bursting out of the pot. They need more nutrients, they need some warm weather, and they need a new pot. So John went to get his gloves. I didn't realise, I thought he was getting some other sharpening instrument. So
we need a box of something.
I need a box of something.
What is that?
Oh, I'll put all that rubbish in. Yeah, good idea. All right, I think I'll go and get that, and John will keep hacking away. So, continuing on, just pulling bits away. We've got no idea how it's going to look inside, how root bound these are. I suspect there will be roots circling inside the pots.
Yeah, you or not? You reckon I should cut more?
Oh, yep. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought it would be,
No,
but the soil looks a bit dry, doesn't it?
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it's all broken down, and so we might try and get rid of some of that soil as well. Got no safety gloves, but no safety shoes. Good old Aussie thongs, or if you're in New Zealand, jandals, or United States. Is it flip-flops over there? I don't know. Or was that England? Yeah. Anyhow, they're not work boots. Well, making good progress on that cut. So, looking like we're getting right down towards the bottom of the pot. So I need to go around all sides to prise it all apart. Right, so camera down, I need to do some labour. So the plant's being laid down on its side onto an old sheet. Yeah, Johnny needs a hand, so yep, otherwise he might break his back, he said, which is not a good thing. So we need to hack away at some of those roots.
No, standing off better.
Standing knife's better. We weren't sure what was going to work better.
Yeah, it's better.
So,
yep.
No, not too high up. Just right down the bottom is more important, I think. That's not really doing a lot of...
Yes, it is, look.
Okay, so he's lifting some up.
Yeah, see?
You can see right down the very bottom. I'm a bit worried about...
At the bottom.
Yeah, right down the bottom. Like you're probably going to have to lay... Yeah, but I think you have to lay it on the side, like I was saying earlier.
What's the way? On your side.
So let's see how we go. Oh, nearly crashed the bird bath. The bird bath doesn't attract birds. They don't like it. It's too close to the house. Oh, now we've got a lot of sun glare going on. Look at the bottom of the pot. It's so root bound. So John's doing a lot of scoring. Do the other way as well. That will rejuvenate it.
Oh.
And really sorry about this light, but it's just the way it is as we're doing it. So you can see John's continuing around. You don't really need to worry about the top half that much.
No, that's it. Ready?
That's a shocker. Yeah, I think we can put that in. So that's the coir.
You mix it
And
up
we're going to mix it up, yes. Definitely mix it up with that potting mix. So just put enough in the bottom so they've got the boots down the bottom, got something to go into.
Mix it up with.
So I'm going to get a get something to mix it up with. It's like mixing mud pie, isn't it?
That's it.
All right, so that's all good. Yep. So make it sort of relatively level. So we knew this was going to be a big project. This is a long weekend for most states in Australia. In South Australia it is. So it's Saturday of a long weekend, and we thought we'd start with some activity like this, and then we got our AFL Grand Final on later today. So I'm not sure how many of these we'll get done before that. We want to go inside. Oh, thanks for the noise. Yeah, so about there, and we'll still be able to walk past it, which will be great. Okay, so we've got to lift it up in there, and we're both going to be careful with our backs as we do that. All right, we both managed to get that in there. It was actually harder than we thought. Had to sort of have a couple of goes at it, make sure we had the right posture. We kept the curve in our lower back, and we squatted down, and had one hand down low on the underneath of the plant, and then one hand on the side on the branches to sort of get leverage. So now we need to fill up.
Guess what? Drag it up again.
The gaps.
I can get round outside.
Oh. So yeah. Oh yeah. We need access. We didn't think of that. And John's powering through this one. This one's in pretty. We watered these pots for every day or every second day over the last week. We wanted to make sure the soil down below was reasonably moist, even though on top it looks very dry, and give them a good chance of recovering. So we didn't want them to be completely stressed out. Oh, look at the size of some of those roots. Wow. Amazing. That one seems to have a much thicker root structure. This plant was actually looking better a while back than the other one. So the first one we did was our weakest plant of the lot. And so you've still got to do a lot of scoring, etc. Those you can see that, basically lots of circling around. I think the standing knife's on the table, circling around and around, and just waiting to bust out, aren't they? So doing the same again. I know it seems like a lot of damage, but these plants are pretty tough, and there's such good like primary root structure, those really thick ones. We're not going to hack into those. It's all the more minor ones. These roots look a lot healthier, don't they? Yeah. Not that we're experts on root healthiness, but just by looking at them, it looks fantastic. A lot more down the bottom, John. You've already done? Okay.
Break it up.
Yeah. All right, I hope that's enough.
Yep.
I think we've given the plant a chance to...
Right.
We're educating it. We're saying, look, we're cutting you up because you need to be set free. So I'm now a plant psychologist. Did you know that? I think they're 10 years old. The old pots are a bit older.
Older?
Yeah. Oh no, actually they are older, aren't they? Alright, so we're ready to do our next one soon. We'll drag it up both carefully, put a little bit of potting mix in the bottom. And I've got this all ready to go. So just mixing a little bit of that in the bottom with the normal potting mix. And that's that coir peat. This is really good. I'm enjoying. I'm actually working a little bit, but not much. Yeah. I'm helping to put them in the pots. He could not possibly do it by himself. And luckily I've still, even though I haven't done much exercise lately, I'm reasonably strong for an old fart like me. I think we better get the saucer first. Yep. So the second one is in, and then we'll just drag it over a bit to the to that area just around there in a moment. So Johnny's doing all that. I do a lot of potting, so it's actually quite relaxing watching somebody else do it. But I'm more small scale, so lots of little plants like those there. It's a bit of a messy job too. We'll have to do a bit of a clean up and see all that. We did have a sheet there, which has helped a little bit. Oh, nearly finished with that one. And again, that looks completely out of proportion. Like a scrawny little plant that's looks like it's half dying back in this massive pot. But warm weather's coming, so looking forward to seeing that leaf up and look good. And I didn't get too concerned about how is that blood?
Yeah.
Oh.
Look at that, here.
Oh. Oh.
Here, listen here, look.
Far out. Oh, I did that little twig there.
Yeah.
Oh, far out. I couldn't.
You wipe it off, right?
Yeah.
Look very nice.
Oh. I think we need to disinfect that your cup too, because soil, bacteria, and everything that grows in soil. Now we need to be able to. Well, actually, we need to be able to get out of that door. So you've got to think about that.
Oh yeah, we do it here.
I don't know. We've got sliding doors, so that one there, and then this one here. So we need to drag it over further so that we can still get out. Yeah,
Turn
that's.
it around, like, back in here slightly.
Yeah, turn it around. We've got the blood there. God. We can call it that bloody tree. Oh, right now I'm going to do some first aid and fix up Johnny's arm before he gets an infection from all the soil that's there. So yeah, so that's very important. So we're going to go and do that now before we attempt the third one. Now Johnny's just opted for a painkiller. It's a small dram of scotch. Now can I have a look at that again? Can I just have a quick look? So yeah, looking a bit nasty. So yes, definitely needs to be cleaned up. Not very deep, but yeah, not good.
You want this at all? Right.
We might need it around the side. Yes.
Check that one away.
Now just to show you the beautiful handiwork that I did inside. So cover it all up. So I don't want the dirt to get in. So trying to protect the broken skin there. Now we're on to our final one down the side. So this base is a little bit more cramped. I'm going to get rid of that hose for now because we're just going to trip all over it. On to the last one now. Now this is a taller plant, so it's going to be quite interesting how we go. If worst comes to worst, we just hack it back in order to be able to manually lifted in. And that one hasn't been out in as much sun as well, so that pot's probably not as brittle, might be a bit harder. How's it going with that one, John? Is it harder?
No.
Oh, okay, they're all good. So all finished up, give them plenty of water. You can see in the bottom of this saucer, quite full of water. What's really bizarre is this one over here. We have watered a fair amount and nothing's coming out the bottom. But John said he packed the soil in a lot tighter in that one. So, and you can see some bubbles coming through. So maybe it's taking a long time to percolate through the soil. So I'm just adding small amounts at a time in case we suddenly get all gushing through from the bottom. And just found out why the second pot there wasn't any water draining into the saucer. We kept filling it up with water and nothing came out the other end. In the end, the water just sat on top. So what we did is we turned it over, so it was pretty hard to just sort of get it over without breaking. And John's got a hammer and a screwdriver, and he's tapped into, so that the sort of, how can I explain it? It looks like the hole punch for when they made the pot. It did a little divvy thing in there, so you can see the outline of where the hole was meant to be, but it didn't actually punch out the plastic. So you can see some water dribbling out now, which we're really happy with. And we were a bit inventive. We didn't want the saucer to fall over and break onto the pavement. So what we did was I got a foam roller, which is like for when you self-massage myofascial release, and we just tipped it over and sort of rested it on there so that it had a soft landing, so to speak, and had the right tilt angle so that John could get in there. So that we can see that each hole now is weeping. There was so much water in there. When we tipped it over, it just created this river of water, so really not very happy. Unfortunately, that was the one I didn't actually look at. If I had looked at that one, I would have noticed that there weren't any holes. But never mind, we've fixed it up. Now we've got to put it back up again. And it's so heavy with all that water, although now some of that water's come out. It's probably not going to be as hard, but it was just about did my back end trying to get the pot out of the saucer without smashing the saucer. All right. And this is all before going for a run this morning. So we do the dirty work first. So what's the plan now, John? Shall we we're going to try and lift it up.
I'll put the saucer and might break it though.
Yeah, we're going to try and lift it up into the saucer without breaking it. All right, let's see how we go with this.
And I'll push more, that's fine. It won't be fun. I'll put the screwdriver and pull it around.
Oh, how annoying. Right, now the hard part. We need to top it up with potting mix too.
Yeah, do it after.
Alright, so this time some grass, hopefully that will be a bit softer. Alright, so here.
I've got go.
Hang on, hang on. I'll let go, so hang on. I'm going to slide
No,
go. Ready? Go. Alright, try and centre it. Not quite so.
Okay.
Something good. Thank you. We lost a bit of soil, so we're replenishing that soil. And yes, you can see water still pooling in there, which is fantastic.
There's something wrong.
Oh boy, that's hard. Just turn it. So really happy another garden project has been completed, and it was a big one in terms of what we needed to do lifting wise. They were quite heavy to lift out of the pot, get out of the pots and into the new ones, and given the weight of the new ones, I've got no idea how we'd ever want to move those. So I'm guessing they're going to stay there for a long time. If we ever move out of here, then might have to sell the house with the pots, because I can't see how we're going to be able to move them. So that's it for now for another one of Leanne's garden projects, and look forward to bringing you more now that the weather's getting warmer. I'm going back inside. We've got the AFL Grand Final on today, and that AFL stands for Australian Football League. The Grand Final's a pretty big deal. It attracts, I think there's about 90, 100,000. It used to be a bit more, but because there used to be standing room as well. And it's about to start. They're doing the warm-up. So we're going to be couch potatoes now and sit in front and sit on the couch and just watch the game unfold. Here we go. They're doing the toss. It's all ready to go. So signing out for now, another garden video from Leanne in Adelaide.